I said this at the end of the video, but I'm going to say it here. Whenever I'm passionate about something, my words have conviction. So sometimes it might sound like I'm upset, but I'm really not upset. This show is really not that deep. I'm just giving my review. Also, there are times that I get, Miss Vina, you are too soft spoken. Can you speak louder so we can hear you? We can't hear you. So there are parts of the video where it just sounds like, ooh, Vina, calm down. Why are you so upset? Not upset at all. My voice does that when I'm really passionate and I'm just giving it my all, okay? So with that being said, let's get into it. What's up, my Vina loves? This is Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team News. Hey, let's get into the most important episode. Okay, it's Kenya Moore time, all right, to do her thing. All of the other girls been throwing little parties and events here and there, and this was the day for Kenya Moore to do her thing. Okay, she went ahead and rented out a yacht. They all look gorgeous. On their way to the yacht, they started having conversations about how to dress and how to look presentable, especially, based on the event you're going to. All of the girls just look, beautiful in their dresses and all of that. And Ramona, she didn't put the effort in it, and they brought that up. And during that conversation, Kenya was just saying the time and place for you to dress and look presentable. And she brought up, her nanny attire going to the airport. Didn't Monique do an entire video, comedian Monique, and got all of this backlash? If I want to wear bonnets, at the airport, let me do that. If I want to wear flip-flops, let me do that. We can all agree to disagree. Not everyone wants to, look red carpet ready at the airport, and no one is saying to look red carpet ready at the airport. They are simply just saying look presentable. That was it. I didn't see no problem with it. Some people took that conversation as if Kenya was being condescending. She wasn't. She was just simply saying, I feel like it's a time and a place for you to look presentable. And going to the airport is one of those places where, look decent. That's it. Of course, Kyle was like, even me from Beverly Hills. Like I said the last time, they placed themselves on that pedestal, and I'm from Beverly Hills, and I don't even act like that. What is that supposed to mean? Anyways, let me leave Kyle alone. So I'm going to let that go, okay? So they get on a yacht. Everyone's having fun. Even Ramona is like giving compliments to the menu. She said, best menu on the trip. Like, they are loving it. They're having a great time. So, of course, all of the girls been playing games. Okay. So Kenya Moore said, okay, we're going to play a game. Who said that? All right. Okay. Candy said who said that. Kenya said who said that. Portia said who said that. They all said who said that at that table when Portia was just lying on everybody, before the big secret was exposed, with the whole Phaedra situation. All right. Okay. So they didn't even get to more than even two questions. The first, they get to the Ramona and Luann question, and all hell broke loose, child. Okay, Ramona starts exposing Luann, talking about how she slept with her ex-husband the first night she met him. She's just being reckless at this point, okay? Not exactly in these words, but when everyone was basically just letting Ramona know that she was wrong and she was being rude. And she said something about, being a lady and loyalty, and she's the best something. And Kenya said, "Be word, I'm dead." And she was laughing. So Ramona is acting crazy, and this whole time Kenya is laughing, putting her in her place, not taking her seriously, just having a great time. And let's talk about how beautiful she looks. This hair, okay, let's stay focused, okay? So this whole time she's not being serious until Ramona decided to say, "Bleep you, Kenya," and she saw red. Okay. Kenya starts dragging Ramona, as in reading her. And she starts pointing her finger. Ramona said, "Don't put your finger in my face. Don't point your finger at me." And in that moment, she goes and she pick up a glass of drink. You and someone are in a heated argument, and you go and pick up a glass of drink, and you are clearly drunk because everyone said it. Even production ran the playback. You are drunk. So you are on the yacht that I rented or production rented. You are drinking the drinks that I also paid for, plus whatever amount that production chipped in. You don't get to keep drinking my drink, okay? And then coming from me and being this rude and disrespectful. But forget about drinking my drink. You are clearly drunk, and this glass at this point could be turned into a weapon. What are you doing with that glass? Are you about to drink the alcohol in it? Or are you about to throw it in my face? What's about to happen? She's clearly drunk. Let me remove this object from her hand because I don't know where this is going to go. Kenya attempted to grab the glass from Ramona. Basically, that's enough. No more alcohol for you because you're tripping. Ramona removed her hand, the glass falls and break or whatever happened. That's it. Where was this fight? Kenya Moore put hands on Ramona. People are celebrating because Kenya, to them, finally fall into the stereotype, of black women on TV, where she said she would never put her hands on anybody or have a physical altercation because she's too classy for that. She didn't. Where was this fight? If I missed something in the episode, please let me know where Kenya boxed up Ramona like she was Rocky. Okay? Show me where Kenya placed her hand in Ramona's hair and dragged her. Show me where Kenya ran up on Ramona and Ramona kicked her between the you-know-what. Show me where Kenya ran behind a dark alley and jumped on someone and beat them up. Please show me where. Because all I saw was someone removing an object from Ramona's hand because Ramona was clearly drunk. Now, absolutely, I agree with the same way how Kenya excused herself and walked away. She did the same thing at dinner. We're going to get to that. She could have walked away in that moment. Instead of reaching and grabbing the glass or making any form of contact with Ramona, she could have just excused herself. She picked up a glass. I'm going to walk away now because I'm not sure what she's about to do with that glass. So this is my cue to walk away. So that's the only part that I would say, okay, Kenya, you should have simply just walked away like you did before. But where was this fight where, oh my God, Kenya Moore fought? There was no fight. She went to grab the glass from a drunk woman. Now, Luann, on the other hand, aggressively took the paper after Ramona exposed her and was so mean and rude to her and said those things about her, she grabbed that paper in an aggressive way and stuffed it down Ramona's bra. Crickets. Luann is flirting with this married man, doing all this stuff. Crickets. So when I do say that Kenya Moore even breathed and she mixed the news, these are the things that I'm talking about. But like the typical Karen, she starts to shake and cry. Girl, sit down. Because she didn't even do any of that. The type that will do crazy things, and the moment you react, then they call the cops and then start crying, and you already know how that story ends. Portia Williams said that her personal space was invaded. So that's why she grabbed the object from Kenya's hand. It could have stopped there, but it didn't. She then went and had physical contact. And we already know what happened. Okay? Then the same Porsha Williams who production, her friends, everyone had to beg her to apologize to Kenya because she felt like she did absolutely nothing wrong. And to this day, there are still people who are applauding her for that moment and still didn't see any wrong that she did. Turn around and stuck a fan in Marlo's empty face in close proximity. Did Marlo beat her up, punch her, dragged her? No. Marlo removed the fan from her hand. People jumped between them, but it stopped there. What was the outrage for Marlo removing a fan out of Porsha's hand? Marlo felt threatened. Her personal space was invaded. She removed the fan. She never beat up Porsha. She didn't touch Porsha. That's what Kenya Moore did. Marlo, the felon, okay? The one with 150 mugshots that Porsha brought up last season was like, oh, I'm so scared. Even Marlo took the fan from your hand and that was it. She did not attack you. She did not beat you up. So for the people who were comparing the Porsha and Kenya situation, and now you know how Porsha felt, they are not the same and will never be the same. Porsha actually got in fights, physically assaulted people. Cynthia Bailey had to defend herself when she used her model legs to kick her between the legs. It is not the same. So stop trying to still excuse Porsha behavior. This video is about what Kenya Moore did, but I saw a lot of comments and tweets of people saying, yes, now she know how Porsha feels. It is not the same. This was no street fighting. I'm gonna chase you down the alley and jump on you and beat you up type of, none of that. That's not what happened here. So you can never compare the two, and that's why I'm bringing Marlo into this as well, because even the woman that everyone assumed would be the one to be fighting grabbed the fan and then she walked away. And the beautiful thing about all of this is it didn't take production. It didn't take the group. It did not take anyone to say anything. She acknowledged that she should have walked away and shouldn't have allowed Ramona to get her to that point, even if it reminded her of her soon-to-be ex-husband. She still had the option to walk away. And with that conviction, she went back to the group and she apologized for her behavior. That's the reason why right there, the same night at dinner, when she saw herself going back to that place and Ramona upsetting her again, guess what she did? She got up and she calmly walked away. That's a woman who already knew better. That's a woman who meant what she said. And that's a woman who doesn't have a mindset like that. Whereas Ramona will do something, apologize, and then 2 seconds later turn around and do the same thing again and throw out a fake apology. Now, Kenya going off on the boat, coming back home, noticing Ramona doing the same thing again, and then screaming at Ramona, it's like, okay, girl, then why are you even apologizing? You're still doing the same thing. Instead, she got up and walked away. He who angers you controls you. So no matter what, you always be able to have full control over that situation. So I just had to throw those things in there for the people who keep throwing the Porsha Williams situation around. It will never, ever be the same. Fighting people, running around, acting crazy on this show, and still got rewarded for it. So miss me with the backlash and the BS about Kenya Moore, because it would never be the same. You can see where Kenya grabbed Ramona. She grabbed the glass. If Kenya was trying to punch Ramona, knock her off, fight her, then her hand would have landed on Ramona's head, her face, somewhere higher in her body. Why did her hand land next to the glass? It's because she was going for the glass. You are swinging this glass too much, lady. What are you about to do with it? So if grabbing a glass or attempting to grab a glass from somebody's hand is the biggest fight we've seen, and Kenya is on TV fighting like the rest of them, then Chad, she's still that girl She's still that classy Kenya. She's still the Kenya who's not over here fighting on TV and chasing people down dark alleys. Yes, I get it. Everyone said Portia change. Even though I'm not watching her spinoff, I'm not going to sit here in front. Most of you have sent me the link. So I've seen clips here and there. And Portia is still on camera doing the same thing. Fighting again. And her fiance is holding her down. The same way that people were holding her down on the boat when Cynthia Bailey kicked her. And the same way how people were holding her down when she put her hands in Kenya Moore natural long hair. What's the growth? So don't compare her to Kenya. Now, y'all know when it comes to breaking things down and defending our girl, I will always do that. So let's get back to the episode. We spent too much time on that little give me this glass of drink situation. But anyways, you already know Cynthia Bailey, and this one-sided beef that she have with Kenya Moore and refusing to let it go and being a petty grown woman behaving like she's in middle school. Let's get into what she did on the yacht that got Melissa and everyone else upset, just being extra for no reason. What Cynthia Bailey have to realize is this. Cynthia, you've been backstabbing Kenya all through your friendship and all through the Real Housewives of Atlanta show. So don't think for a second what you're doing on the ultimate girls trip is teaching Kenya Moore a lesson. Like, oh, she didn't have my back at the table, so I'm going to teach her a lesson until she feel the way I felt. No. You're feeling miserably. You're feeling miserably, mama, because this is who you are. She knows that, and that's why she's not even reacting. The fact that you said in the car that Ramona was rude and disrespectful, and you had all of these things to say about Ramona, but in the moment where she was clearly wrong and your friend pointed at you and you stood there and said, oh no, she did not do nothing to me. If I forgot, please let me know. And then production reminded you and you're like, oh, well, if I forgot, I forgot. What type of human being are you that you will allow a petty game and someone having some mac and cheese cut you to your soul that you are behaving the way how you are behaving? Ramona did not do anything to me. Oh, but you know how sometimes karma takes, days, months, sometimes years? I love how it hit Cynthia Bailey right back in the face. Next thing you know, she and Ramona are screaming at dinner. We're going to get to that. But then Cynthia starts to hold on to every little thing Kenya Moore is doing when it's not even that deep, mama. Like, you been doing so much to Kenya and she's not even holding on to anything. She's literally laughing. Oh yeah, I think Cynthia is mad at me. And that's it. She's not tripping about it. Once again, Cynthia Bailey trying to find a way to come for Kenya Moore. The girls are talking. They start to interrupt each other. And Kenya just politely said, hey, okay, Melissa, she was talking, so let her talk and whatever. Even Kenya, who brought the conversation up, is not tripping. Cynthia Bailey just starts going off. And she was just itching in that moment to say, but Kenya, you interrupted me. You did the same thing to me, Kenya. So how dare you sit here and try to shut Melissa up, you hypocrite? Just say that, Cynthia. Stop trying to hide who you truly are. Be free, okay? We're not saying that you are still not Miss Love and Light, but live in your truth, honey. Just say Kenya. That's where her anger was. That was it. But she just went off on everyone, and Melissa was like, dang, why is Cynthia being so serious and just messing up the mood? What is really happening? Yeah, Cynthia just teamed too much. Calling someone the B word and then saying someone is acting like one, there's a difference. You can't be walking around saying that you are a queen, okay? And you are this, and you are that, and you are proper, and you are elegant, and all of this, but you behave like the opposite. And that's what Kenya said. Walking around here talking about you the queen, you, and she said the peasant word, okay? And it's true. It's not just Kenya you're clashing with, mama. You're clashing with everybody. So you can't even blame Kenya. You are clashing with everybody. Let me make this last point, and I promise I'm going to move on from this whole yacht situation. You see how close Luann is to Ramona? Regardless if they are close friends or not. Ramona can literally at this point taste Luann's breath. That's how in her face, yelling, being aggressive Luann is. Luann even made full body contact by aggressively touching Ramona and stuffing that paper down her bathing suit, her bra, her top, whatever it is she had on. But do you see how Ramona is sitting upright? Do you see how Kyle is sitting? Do you see how okay all three of them are? Even though Luann is screaming at this point, she is furious. Do you see Kyle holding her like a baby? Like, oh, let me protect her from this monster, Luann. No. When does Kyle start reacting that way and holding Ramona? And when does Ramona start reacting like, oh my God, I'm being abused, help me? Yep. When Kenya Moore responded. And Luann did worse. I did not see Ramona pretending to cry. Kenya was not this close to Ramona's face. She was close enough, but she wasn't up in her face the way how Luann was. And I'm saying, friendship or not, Luann did worse than Kenya. Crickets. Oh, but the black woman speaking, oh my gosh, she's about to kill me, protect me. And then the comment Melissa made about Kenya. And I'm just like, girl, you do know Ramona deserved what just happened as far as the verbal smackdown. She deserved it, right? And then the evilness. But I don't care. There's something else going on. There's no way you're behaving this way because of no Bailey Q game. Your friend is clearly in the heat of the moment. Your friend was just verbally abused and talked to in a condescending way, and she defended herself. Kyle is not here for Ramona, but you saw her holding Ramona. Even though she's not here for the way how she behaved, she said, you know what, but she's funny. But she protected that white woman. Yes, I'm throwing rays in it because this was a perfect example of what happens, of what people do. And then when you react, they cry and scream and act like a victim. But in that moment, Cynthia Bailey had no business. Not only did she defend Ramona and said Ramona never came for her, which was a lie, she then literally walked behind Kenya, talking to her, you can't throw her off the boat. That's what you're not going to do. And all of these things, trying to even provoke Kenya more, doing everything in her power to make the situation worse. What type of friend are you? Why are you following her around? You clearly see that she's upset. You're not trying to calm her down, but you're adding fuel to the fire by following her around. You can't throw her off the boat. That's what you're not going to do. And Kenya said, you're not going to tell me what I can and can't do. Okay? And also, I'm not going to continue fighting people's battles. I'm not asking to fight my battles. What are you doing right now, Cynthia Bailey? Cynthia, girl, sit down. Okay, wait. I'm not being serious about Cynthia Bailey. This video is not that deep for me. When I talk with passion and conviction, I sound like that, okay? But it's not that deep. But remember what Kenya said to Sheree in confessionals. She could have several seats if she actually had furniture in her empty house. What is wrong with Kenya? Woo, okay. I had to take a break from the seriousness, but when I was like, Cynthia, girl, sit down. And of course, you heard my voice going a high pitch. That's what happens when I'm talking with so much passion. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Didn't Kenya say Sheree could have several seats? You know what? Kenya said in interviews that she and Sheree are fine. So I'm looking forward to their, interaction. But their whole banter and their back and forth was classic Real Housewives of Atlanta. When Kenya says she's screaming at me as if I sliced the air mattress that she's been sleeping on for the last 4 years. What is wrong with her? Oh my gosh, that's my point right here. It is all fun shade. This was no shade against people who sleep on air mattresses and things like that. She was just coming for Sheree that moment. But anyways, this is not a Sheree video, but yeah, that just reminded me of Kenya and Sheree back and forth. Whoo, child, Jagas is back. Jaga is back and over there going through it with Tyrone. Eventually, Kenya walked away. She's like, you know what? I'm not going to allow this to ruin our time on the yacht. We're going to have fun. She walks away. The girls, they start swimming, having fun. The whole purpose of going on that yacht. Ramona talked to Kyle, or Kyle talked to Ramona. They go downstairs. She tried to apologize, and Kenya walked away. She removed herself from that situation. That's what I'm saying. The fact that she could remove herself a few times, she could have removed herself when Ramona picked up the glass. But what's done is done. And yeah. So they reached their destination, okay? Kenya suggests that they do a TikTok. And of course, it's a TikTok that went around. It went viral. It was all about, yes, Kenya, They did a great job. And here comes Cynthia Bailey again. Oh, if Kenya wasn't in front of me or behind me, I wouldn't have been off. The energy around me, that's why I was off. Like, girl, if you don't let that situation go, you are holding on for dear life. And child, Kenya, don't move on. We are done. After Cynthia conveniently forgot that Ramona was rude to her, they get home. It's Teresa night to cook, and they plan this dinner, and everyone looked beautiful. They get to the table. Once again, Ramona being Ramona. Okay, Ramona being like Teresa makes this nice speech, and we just thought, oh, this is awesome. Teresa's speech is gonna be over. The girls are going to eat the end. No, Cynthia said, I got something to say. The same Ramona that she conveniently protected, defended against her friend Kenya Moore and claimed that she never came for her. Who is Cynthia going back and forth with, arguing with, and all of that again? Yep, Ramona. And Kenya just sat there and didn't say a word. In confessionals, though, she did say, well, if someone messed up my hair and makeup, I would be upset too. Ramona raising her voice. Cynthia deserved every single bit of what Ramona did to her. And then Teresa thinking she's doing something good and giving for Luann, because Ramona is basically at this point just walking all over Luann. So Teresa basically gave her a compliment as she's sweet, this time the third, said the same thing about Kenya Moore. But then said that she just want her, to have a backbone and this and the third. And Luann just took offense to that and went in. And Teresa was like, dang, I was just trying to be nice, but bleep you then. You know what I'm saying? Bleep you. I'm taking my compliments back. Ramona and Cynthia are arguing. She eventually walked away. And Kenya comes back. She apologized. And the night is like messed up at this point. It's over. But this guy right here just had me cracking up because he's just like, ugh. This crazy woman right here. But anyways, I'm wishing all of you well and take care. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.